Welcome to the First 40 Sports Show with the Goon Squad. It's Black Door, Ice Water, and Puma. We're going to hot takes first. Black, what you got in your first hot take, man?
You know what? I came across this. I think it was this morning, man. Kind of baffled me a little bit. They're saying that Deshaun Watson is medically cleared to play. He was medically cleared to play last week, and for some reason he doesn't want to go on the field. And I'm like, what? What's your guys' opinion on that?
Ice?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was going on. I'll say this. Considering where they at and what they trying to do, they spend a lot of money. And if somebody ain't feeling it, they ain't feeling it. I understand you're supposed to be on the field because they're paying you. But I wouldn't want to force somebody with all that money you don't spend on that dude, and he said he can't play. I'm gonna roll with him. This ain't Houston. I'm gonna roll with him. They're saying he's going to play against San Francisco. If he don't, then I'm like looking at you kind of side eye, right? Like what's going on? Because they really need him. They needed him last week, but hey, it happens. If it's 1 week, if he say he can't play, he ain't ready. Hey, because I'm gonna say this last thing. Just because the doctor said don't mean if you don't feel it, you shouldn't go. It's your body.
Yeah, I don't really know, man, because I kept hearing that all day, and I'm like, okay, what's going on with him? And I really don't know. I don't know if Cleveland's trying to protect their investment and saying, hey, this guy for the long haul, we don't need to put him out here now, especially against that San Francisco defense, and get him hurt even more and get him back on the IR. But I'm not really sure if they're just trying to, protect their investment, or he's just not feeling it. I hear the naysayers are saying, we pay you that much money, you get out there, if you can walk, you can get out there. This is against San Francisco. But maybe Cleveland's looking at the long term, saying, you know what, maybe we don't want to put him out there, and if he's not 100% against San Francisco. Black?
It's funny, man. I've heard listen to you cats, man, for the past couple of years. The NFL has changed. It's all they should put diapers on them, flags, all this stuff. This mofo's getting paid $230. Y'all like, well, no, you get on the field, bro. I'm sorry. You're medically cleared. You're on the field. Simple case in point. I believe the brother got some problems up there, man. I think he's out there. He feels like he's not performing up to his level. He kind of not sure about himself. He's going to, I don't care, man. Huddle up. You got to go. 230 guaranteed. You got to go. This is the NFL, bro. I'm sorry. It's the NFL. And you're in a division right now that could be taken over. You sitting around, so what? San Francisco coming to town. Get you out there and play. I don't understand it. I don't get it. If there's nothing physically wrong with you, hampering you, get out there, man. I don't want to hear, he can sit around. I don't want to hear that at all. You got to guarantee 230. But what it is, he's been away for a while. He's not feeling it. It's not clicking the way he thought it should. And he's scared. So either you're going to roll up and be a dog or go back in the doghouse, bro, and stay there. Give them the money back. Walk away from the contract. I don't want to hear this other stuff. When he got a chance, because we've been talking all this nonsense for years. NFL getting soft. They're getting soft. Now, nobody calling him soft? I see toilet paper here, bro. Charmin, squeezing. Charmin, soft.
I'll quote the great Ice Water. This ain't your daddy's NFL. Ice, your question, man.
Drop the mic on that, bro. Drop the mic. He's like, oh, yeah, we did. But it ain't it. It's not the same. Anyway, my question is, or I just saw a news alert. Let me see. Did y'all get this? Kansas is going on a 3-year probation. Vacates 15 weekends as Bill Self dodges big penalties in IARP infractions case.
Hey, man.
Black, you gotta give up that title, man. You gotta give up that. They start taking stuff. That title's ours, man. Second place.
You know what? I'm gonna echo Ice again. No, NCAA, they don't do things. I see this all the time. Bro, I'm sorry. He won it when he had a chance to coach. I'm still the champ. Nah, bro, I'm not surprised. They finally caught up with him. I'm not surprised, man. They finally caught up with him. Hey, serve your time, Kansas. Come on. This is going to be the death of Kansas for a while, bro. For a while. Say goodbye to recruits. The transfer portal. This is going to be lit up. It's going to be lit up. And it's just high time, man. It's high time. We knew he, basically, the facts showed that he was involved. Time to pay the piper. Time to pay the piper, man. but I'm glad he was there when he was here for me to be victorious. I'm like Reggie Bull. I ain't giving up Reggie Bull. I ain't giving nothing back. You gotta come get that championship. Come on to Connecticut. Come on and get it.
Hiding the trophy. I totally forgot about this because it took so long for them to do it. I just thought, okay, they're gonna let him off the hook. He's gonna get off the hook. Nothing's gonna happen. And wow, this is a shock. Maybe the NCAA wants to show that they have some teeth finally, and they want to do something about coaches kind of doing illegal things, trying to get players and all that other stuff, especially in the NIL era. This is a shocker to me, man. What are your thoughts, Ice?
Well, like I said, we already know what it was. I told you he was cheating back in the day. But my thing was with Black Thor was, he's so upstanding and whatever. Yeah, okay. You down here in the hood shaking dice with us too, baby. That's all I'm saying. You trying to make it 6'8" too. Oh, you kind of like Kobe Bryant. Oh, I would never do that. Okay. You down here in the hood with it, shaking and trying to make it 6'8". All good, though. He won fair and square. But on the flip side, though, man, the biggest thing for me was they made him take down the banner, baby. The Final Four banner comes down. The only thing I can remember is they try to act like Bill Self is all this and that too. But I remember when they took my man's banner down at UNLV, took down Tarkanian's banner, bro. And everybody talking about on witch hunt, how horrible he was. Then you saw how Riley Massimino was fake as hell too, trying to act like he was all that too. All I'm saying is a lot of people do it. A lot of schools are doing it. Just recognize it for what it is. I don't care. I mean, you pick Kansas and they won, right? But they was dirty as hell. Memphis is dirty as hell, allegedly. All kind of schools dirty as hell. Everybody try to act like that. So once we recognize that they dirty as hell and the NCAA is not doing their jobs, I'm good with it. And this clearly shows me what I said before. It's all good though. He won, he picked him. He had enough chutzpah to pick him.
We got to talk about putting an asterisk on that because that was.
That's why I said it's kind of like put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. Put him in. He deserved to get there. Put a big, very positive, put a big old asterisk like this. When you see their face, you know who the hell is that? That's Black Thor. There he is.
Because that pick was a surprise that year because you were down in Kansas and it's almost like. And then when we came out with the pick, you were like, "I'm picking Kansas." Like what?
Come on, man. I mean, I know you all want to rule of basketball. Boom, you don't sleep during basketball college season. I understand that. I get this, but when it came down to pick the tournament, you don't think about what he did off the court. You're looking at the matchups and you choose what's going to be the best matchups, and basically you're hoping that at the end of the tournament you have the winner, which I did for 2 years straight. I want to mention that. So realistically, asterisk, you can think about him. There's no asterisk there, because on the court, regardless what happened off the court, on the court that March Madness, they came through, they did what they had to do, and that's it. That's it, man. I mean, it's not. We don't look at the tournament and go, well, wait, this coach did that. If that's the case, there would be no tournament.
All right, folks. We'll talk about this.
Let me ask you a question, though. Let me ask you a question real quick. What in the hell happened to the ethics and the morals?
Yeah, no.
Bro, the tournament got nothing to do with ethics, man.
Look, I see. So it's like being in the strip club and you want to tell on people when you throwing ones too, huh? I got it.
No, my point is this: the NCAA had a chance before that tournament took place to do what they're doing now. They chose not to. And we all know the reason why they chose not to.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about this now a couple of years later because they knew Kansas was money, baby. They knew Kansas was money. So probably more than likely, they're looking at Kansas right now as they're not going to be that profitable, but not going to be that good this season. Now you come in, you kick them in the butt right now. But they knew for the past couple, they could have done this 2 years ago. So why should I suffer as a champion when the NCAA, they rolled the boat, so did I. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I'm at least glad you admitted that. I appreciate that.
All right, let's move on here. Now, the XFL decided they were going to merge with the USFL, and I think there's a developmental league that is brewing in the background. I guess they're going to call it the National Spring Football League, the NSFL. Ice, do you think this is going to be the developmental league for the NFL?
It depends. You got to have some people that get out their own way, right? Because the people are putting this together. You're trying to do too damn much. Everybody knows. You've been watching this. So that's why the WNBA, God bless them, that's why they had to do what they do. But everybody knows it's hard for one league, let alone two of the same type of league, trying to go for dollars and ain't nobody watching anyway to try to come together and make this a league, a spring league, a developmental league. You can't do it. It don't make sense. So when they came together, I was like, oh, after 29 years, somebody finally got it. So yeah. I think that they can, but you have to come with an open mind to the NFL to go, look, here's what we want to do. You got to play by their rules. They'll take you. They want to be all Maverick and, you know, Cuban guy that somebody else took it over and I'm going to show the NFL. You got to defeat his attitude. You like the little kid that's always yapping. The NFL don't need you. If you want to play with them and play on their level, you got to play by their rules. And you got to humble yourself because they make their own rules up, right?
Black, when I saw this, I started thinking about the NCAA and players who want to leave college and, you know, develop as NFL players, that this could be a springboard too. What are your thoughts about this, man?
I'm going to say simply put, no, bro. NFL don't want that. They don't care. Because like I said, for the past couple of years, you've been trying to take a chunk out of it. Now all of a sudden you want to sell to them, we can develop players. And if think about this, think about Brock Purdy. Did they develop Brock Purdy? No. Realistically. A lot of these players, they didn't develop. They don't need you out there trying to be in a developmental league. They don't need it. What they're going to do anyway, you're going to step out there. You're going to get a couple of superstars, and every now and then, guess what? They're still when your season is over. A team will take when they come in. NFL don't need your help, but they get ready to put a team in London. They can care less about what you do in the summertime. I'm serious. That's just like right now, there's another show called whatever they want to call. We're going to basically prime them up to take our place? No, my brother, we're not doing that. NFL not doing that. They're not. That's a money cash making machine, bro. It's just basically what's happening now. Like, I'll go back before what I said earlier. These two leagues realize it's expensive. You know, you want to come in and kick the NFL in their shin, but you realize it's expensive. Now you want to say, you know what? Let's try to be nice to them. No, it's not. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea to try to start those two leagues. I know Dwayne Johnson's the head of one. It's a bad idea, bro. We are conditioned. Let's be honest. We are conditioned to watch football in the fall. Yeah. We just are. It is what it is, but we don't want to watch football in the summer. It's nice to turn on to every now and then. We don't want to sit home on a Sunday, summer afternoon and watch football. It's not in us, bro. It's not. So you're going against years of conditioning, trying to get people to do it, and it didn't work. Now you got some talented players. Don't get me wrong, but for the minuscule players that you have over that can make it into the NFL, bro, they already got training squads and their teams are ready. They don't need the help of them. You development players to send them over. No, they got scouts that's finding these players, bro. So no, absolutely not. It's not going to work. And NFL ain't opening their door to them. Trust me, they want to make money in many ventures, bro. And it has nothing to do with those two leagues.
Yeah, because I've said this on the show many times that after the Super Bowl, man, I'm just footballed out. I'm so glad they don't put the Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl. They try to put it in that week in between. But it's you're right. Both of you are right. We're conditioned to kind of look at football for a fall or winter sport, and that's about it. Spring football, really hard to stomach with, even though there's not a lot going on. It's just you just can't sit down and watch it during the summer. All right, I'm gonna stay with you, Black, on this one because I know you're probably hearing all the chirping over in New England. Is it time for the Patriots to just start over? Because I went with them last week and they just laid an egg. In the last 2 weeks, they scored a total of 3 points. And Bill Belichick, people are saying he should step down as GM. A lot of people are saying it's time for him to go. I remember you saying earlier this year that, you know, the owner is saying, hey, we don't do it this year. It might be a sign of the times that we change this thing. What should they do? Are we looking at a start over here?
Oh, bro, they're blowing this up. They're blowing this. This is going to be end of the year. Out of respect, he will be able to finish the year. But this team might go to new uniforms, everything else next year, bro. Wow. Kraft has blown this up to smithereens, man. I mean, let me just say this. Kraft has love for Tom Brady. If Tom Brady wanted to come back right now and be general manager / owner / head coach, you would do it. Outside of that, it's none. When the owner came out in the owner meeting and said, we got to be in the playoffs. We have to be in the playoffs. He didn't say win a Super Bowl, win the playoffs. And the problem now is that Bill Belichick is basically showing you he's a big idiot. And I'm being honest. I don't care how many Super Bowls he's won, bro. He's always been trying to do it his way. He's got away with it for years because of Tom Brady. For years. Think about all the players he released that was still in their prime. And we kind of looked at him, oh, he's making smart moves. No, Tom Brady covered up a lot of ills. And now he's been on his own for 4 years. He's been mulling the draft for years, bro. He can't draft correctly. He doesn't know what's going on. Last year, he had 2 defensive coordinators trying to call the offense. He's gone, bro. Bill Belichick is probably trying to prove to people he's a legend. And at the end of the day, you're not. You're not. So be grateful for your 6 championships, your Super Bowls. It's not about being over. It's been over, bro. It's been over the past 2-3 years. Even with this quarterback, you yank him in, you yank him out, you yank him in. And I love the fact he's getting embarrassed. Embarrassed. I love it. Same way, you know, I might be speaking out of tune. Same way Cowboys got embarrassed on Sunday. I love it. I love embarrassment. So no, it's over, bro. Kraft is going to out of respect, give him an opportunity to retire, but the hammer is coming. When I say hammer, clean house is coming, bro. Clean all of them. Take that bill with you. They can't coach. All of them, they're gone. Take the ex-coach from the Giants. They're all gone, bro. They're not getting it done. Watch.
Yeah, I mean, the Giants are getting embarrassed because they make poor decisions and it's showing now. Dallas got embarrassed Sunday night. That was just a beatdown. And you see the New England Patriots ice. Is this a start over?
I think it's time. Blackthorn said it perhaps best when you talk about what they were able to do with Tom Brady and the formula that Belichick used. It doesn't work anymore because you had to have special players. Their defense was always gritty, always mean. You had some very top-notch caliber guys that were very athletic, and they played the system to a hilt. And then by the defense shutting down the opponents, they were able at times to literally change the way that they play. Sometimes they might score a lot of points, but other times you're like, 23 points was enough for them because the defense was so nasty, right? And then you have Tom Brady. He was so clutch, and the guys that worked with him knew the system so well that the offensive line was strong as hell, right? Gave him enough time to do what he needed to do. And they did something a little bit non-conventional. When you think about it, what great wide receiver besides Randy Moss did they have?
Right.
They're trying to make Edelman almost Hall of Fame, like before the last couple of years. But other than that, when you think about it, you go, by Branch and other guys like that, but you don't remember. But they also use their running backs as wide receivers. They had a lot of quick, fast guys. So they had the offense down to a science, and you gave Tom Brady enough time back there. I mean, think about the last couple of games Edelman had. He looked like he was like one of the greatest receivers of all time. Like watching Burt Jones and Roger Carr. You're like, this little quick little white boy out there getting it in. They were dominant. That's how focused and how much they had that offense down to a T. And then also, again, you got to give it up to an amazing offensive line, bro. Brady was back down there. He was whistling Dixie, doing all kinds of stuff. So yeah, the sculpture was great, but the tide is turned. It's time to move on because he simply does not have the players to get that done. And maybe it is time for a change. He's gonna be all right. Believe me. Belichick can coach again if you want to, or he right off into the sunset.
Yeah, and it didn't hurt to have Gronk back there at tight ends. Tight end's always open.
That's an add-in, bro. I didn't say that because that's a given.
Yeah. All right, moving on to NCAA football. Georgia still holds on to the number 1 spot, followed by Michigan. Ohio State, number 3, moves up 1 spot. Florida State moves up to number 4, followed by Oklahoma. Penn State. Nobody's really talking about Penn State. But Washington, Oregon, Texas at number 9. They dropped 6 spots. And USC drops 1 spot to number 10. And they play Notre Dame next. It's not going to get easy for those folks at Notre Dame. Alabama's still out the top 10. And Louisville moves up 11 spots to number 14. And they seem like they're trying to be for real this year. Black, let me go to you, man. Who would you like to see next week? What did you think about last week's games?
Well, it seemed like, man, for whatever reason, and I'm not a Notre Dame faithful. I want to start by saying that off the bat, but people are just waiting for this carpet to be pulled from underneath this brother, man. Yeah. It just seems like it. Yeah, they're just waiting. You included, Poon, but
no. I got nothing against the brother.
Come on,
it's
bro.
just Notre Dame. It's Notre.
I know,
if you live here in Chicago, you would understand about the hate for Notre Dame.
No, trust me, bro. I got plenty of hate. But my point is, it's like they're almost waiting for him to kind of basically just kind of like be dissolved. And it's going to happen at
I
some
agree with
point,
that.
but
I would agree with that.
yeah, it's just like there's kind of waiting for him to kind of, and I think he's done well with what he has. He made some mistakes, but I'm gonna give him that. I'm a little surprised what Oklahoma did to Texas, bro. I'm a little surprised. I did not see that coming. What kind of surprised me too? Maybe not because maybe their defense isn't that good. USC keeps winning and keeps sliding down the charge, man. For some reason, they just keep sliding down. And what kind of scares me a little bit, and I don't like it. Alabama is kind of hanging around. They're just kind of like poking around. They want Alabama back in there. Well, let's get real. At the end of the day, it ain't fun unless Alabama is in there. So kind of way they're gonna try to find a way at some point. Alabama gonna jump where they are. They're number 3, number 4, number 5, one win. They're gonna qualify. So I'm gonna leave it with that. Reserve my time for Brother Ice, but I just looking at that. Georgia, they come back in a huge way this past weekend. Georgia, like, wait a minute, I know we slept that weekend, but we're going to show you why we're still number 1.
Yeah, and they got in the considering other receiving votes is Clemson at 4-2, and I'm like, y'all still trying to hold on to Clemson? It's like they want that old thing back with Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, and some other school that just pops up. And they'll have that great game against Alabama and Clemson. It's not going to happen. But Ohio State is sticking pretty close, and I want to hear about what's happening with Ohio State from Ice Water because they're in those top 6 teams, and they're undefeated. What's happening?
Man, let me start in Columbus. Let me tell you something. People are still nervous as hell. You hear the boo birds and people saying certain things about the coach, but you can't really say that because the defense is stepping up and they're doing just enough, right? Just enough. I will say this. The only thing I'm gonna say about the coach is I think they need to figure out who in the hell is gonna call the plays. I don't know that. I see a little bit. I don't really feel comfortable. It seems like they got too many cooks in the kitchen, and I think they need to figure out who that is. Because the quarterback comes out, he doesn't seem real comfortable. They just don't seem. The thing too is the tight end, bruh. You do it against Notre Dame and work. Go back to the damn tight end. You're down early against Maryland. You're trying to throw everything to Marvin Harrison Jr. No, throw the ball to the tight end, open it up. You got enough wide receivers. I'll say this: that defense is coming on. Okay. They give you moments, but I'm a lot more comfortable with the defense is playing right now, and they're showing you how they kind of keep things down. Maryland's a high explosive offense, right? And still to hold them down to 17 points when they're coming is very impressive. So yes. I say that too. Real quick, also too, got to be impressed by Oklahoma over Texas. I know a lot of people down in Texas are talked about big time. This is their year and everything. And Oklahoma said, "Wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute." What'd you say? What'd you say? Anyway, but for them to win, that was impressive. UCLA over Washington State, also a big move for them because Washington State was undefeated at the time. People thought they were going to move forward. Alabama squeaking by Texas A&M. I know they're hanging around, but I like the quarterback. I'm glad he's finally getting his just due, but Saban playing around too much. You keep playing with them quarterbacks, I guarantee you're going to lose 3 more games. You better leave that brother in there and let him work it out. But let him work out. And last but not least, in regards to the results, and I'm gonna get to those couple games to watch. But I gotta give kudos to one team, and just because say we went to HBCU, Howard lost to Northwestern 23-20, bro. That's significant as hell to me. On the road, 23-20. Much love to Howard University, bro, because they would have won that game, bro. I know what's going on in Northwestern, but you don't know what it means for an HBCU squad that probably got paid a lot of money to come over there to win that game, and you take the money too. Oh my God! And had a better man. Anyway, that's what.
All right, I know everybody's going to be wanting to see the Notre Dame USC game, rivalry game, but the big game I want to see this weekend is Washington and their left-handed quarterback. That brother is nice against Oregon. Because this is against the number 7 and 8 ranked team. Black, any games you want to check out?
You hit that one on the head, bro, right there. Because It's funny because Oregon does this to me every year. They look good, they run up, and then towards the end of the season, somebody pulls the plug on them. And I think it's going to be the same thing again, but it might start earlier than the end of the season. That's an enchanted match right there.
All right, Ice, who you trying to watch?
Got to watch that game because they've been talking about watching for a long time. I need to see it. Also, the way that they talking about the Heisman candidate from Oregon. Okay, we're gonna see. I want the same energy that you had against Colorado that you have going up against this team here. I want to see that same energy. I want to see you pushing for this Heisman candidate. I want you to talk about how great he is after the game. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they will prove me wrong and be Washington. But I need to see the same type of performance because that's what makes Heisman candidates. UCLA and Oregon State. Mm-hmm. Definitely want to see that too because UCLA trying to make a move. Oregon State has kind of been making a little moves and trying to be a little surprising as well. Tennessee and Texas A&M. Tennessee is still trying to be around and so they can become bowl eligible on a larger scale. But Texas A&M, okay, they can disappoint you, but they also can shock you. Just had to be very careful with them. And one of Puma's favorite games, Miami versus UNC. They are desperate for anything. Both of them was just like they drowning. They drowning. They drowning right now. Both of these schools, and they know whoever loses, it's gonna be trouble.
Yeah, if Miami's coaching is as bonehead as last week, then North Carolina should win easy. They have better defense, but LSU and Auburn should be a good game too. They're still trying to hang in there in the SEC. Let's go to the Major League Baseball playoffs, man. How you win 101 games and then get swept? Ice, come on, bro.
Hey, all I'm saying is sometimes when you spend cash, it may not pay you early, but them dividends come in later on, baby. And that's what Texas has done. They have spent a lot of money with the new stadium, all these other things, getting ready for something to finally explode. And people are like, we still waiting, like the Cowboys. Anyway, still waiting. And then finally in this series, as you just mentioned, the team that's won all these games, Texas finds a way. With one of their star pitchers on the disabled list as well, not even playing. So they swooped through a Baltimore 3-0 in the American League. Crazy. Twins have been playing good too. They're playing Houston. They hitting that ball, man. They're hitting the ball real well. They lead 2-1 over the Twins right now. Moving over to the National League. Philadelphia and Atlanta are tied up in the series 1-1. Very exciting. And guess what? In that other series, the Arizona Diamondbacks are up 2-0 on the Dodgers. Kershaw, where you at, baby? Every year y'all go through this. Pops, I'm sorry. I know how you feeling right now. I know it's tough. They still might make it. They may spend enough money. They should make it. But we will see. Kershaw, how many more years, man? Kershaw, every year, do the same thing. Y'all still talking about putting him out there. So, hey, we will see. It's very exciting. I'm tuned in right now. I'll just tell you this. I like the way these teams are playing hard. Do not be surprised if my guy Dusty end up finally getting another one, baby.
Yeah, they're looking good. They're looking good. Houston is looking good. They're tearing the cover off the ball right now. WNBA, it's 1-0. It's another game tonight. We're taping this on a Wednesday night, Black. And are the Aces going to sweep or are the Liberty going to give them a fight?
No, they're going to sweep, bro. They're going to sweep. I'm going to give them going to sweep. There's a name that we don't talk about often, Jackie Young, that's on the Aces, bro. And that young lady can ball. She can ball. When you put her with everyone else, with A.J. Wilson, it's going to be tough to beat. I look at Liberty, they got a good fight in them. They really do. But again, Brianna Stewart, when it's time to kind of really match up, they kind of held close in that game for a while. But when Gray and the rest of the crew say, you know what, we're going to put our foot on the pedal, Liberty kind of basically, they shrunk. And they haven't had of doing that. And I like Brianna Stewart, MVP, which I kind of question, by one vote. At those moments, she's got to step up and pull that team with her. And she hasn't been doing it. And I don't think she's going to be able to do it in this series. Another note about this series, man, the game one was the highest rated watch WNBA finals ever. I think they had about 800,000
really
up. Yeah, a lot of people tune. Even on a Sunday, when you think about going against NFL football, yeah, a lot of people kind of tune in and watch. As you stated, game two is tonight. I believe LA is going to take that, and at that point, for the most part, really be in the driver's seat. I think the Liberty basically, they gave it a good shot. They're deep, but some of their players are kind of when it really gets tough, they're not matching the intensity. And Asia is just like 4 quarters strong, bro. 4 quarters strong.
Yeah, it seems like the Aces are just built for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to comment on something that you brought to the attention. I didn't realize it, man. That Teresa Weatherspoon is going to be coaching the Chicago Sky. Nice move.
Yeah.
Nice move.
Great move.
Real nice move.
Everybody loves it here. Everybody loves it.
Yeah. Nice move. Mm-hmm.
And well deserved. Well deserved.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. She then had a spot in the WNBA. So Spoon. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good move.
Sure.
Last second shot. Ice.
I just wonder what Hunter Dickinson, the former center at Michigan, is thinking right now. As you transferred to Kansas, thinking you're going to get all those riches and be able to play on the postseason and maybe possibly win a national championship. Are you going to transfer again, bro? You still got to get in the portal. Some people got some room for you. I wonder how you feel about that right now. But, hey, I ain't mad at you. Maybe that's going to help your NBA career. But one thing we know, you ain't gonna get no championship over there because you're not allowed to because you're on probation. Anyway, good luck with that, though.
Last second shot, Black.
Hey, man, we had some heated conversations based around Mel Tucker, man. As you know, it's in the arbitrator's hand now. What's going to happen with this? What's going on with Michigan State? I just want to say realistically, brothers, we got to start to understand, man. We work hard, we grind hard to get certain places. Don't allow anything to kind of take you out of that, bro. Always let your labor produce good fruit. Don't rob your fruit of unnecessary things.
Yeah. And my last second shot is just a question. Whatever happened to Cam Newton? All right. That's our show. See you next week.